Hello everybody and welcome back to another match preview here on Cobblers Vlogs, and today hopefully we are actually previewing a game that is going to go ahead. The last two, Oxford, Blackpool, both of them have been postponed. The waterlogged pitches have been in full force this week across the country, especially affecting the Cobblers games. But hopefully the Cobblers will take on Lincoln City on Saturday afternoon. We've got a Lincoln fan, we've got my preview, so what are we waiting for? Let's get into this match preview. So we'll start off as always then by looking at the recent form for the two sides and then the head-to-head. Lincoln City have played 21, winning 13, drawing 3, losing 5. They've got 42 points and are currently sat second in League One. I know, worrying, isn't it? Last time out they won 4-0 against Accrington in the Papa John's Trophy. Before that it was a 1-1 draw versus Posh, and then before that they beat AFC Wimbledon by 2-1. So they're unbeaten in their last 3 games. The Cobblers not doing so well, but in the league, well, to be fair, they're not doing too badly, but in terms of their league position, they're not doing well. They've played 21 like Lincoln. They've won 6, drawn 4 and lost 11. They've got 22 points on the board and they sit in 20th. Obviously, the last time they played was that game against the MK Dons in the Papa John's Trophy. Feels like ages ago, that game, doesn't it? That was a 2-0 loss. But before that, it was a 0-0 draw against Sunderland in the league and a 3-1 win over Gillingham in the league. So they're doing quite well in terms of their league form and beaten in their last 2. The head-to-head isn't too good. It's very even, to be fair. There's been 15 Cobblers wins in 56 games, 25 draws between the two sides, which is a lot, and 16 Lincoln wins. That 16th Lincoln win came in their 4-0 win against us in December, the Cobblers' last game before Christmas. Remember, it caused uproar within the fan base as well. So that wasn't good, was it? Obviously, the fans were in as well for that one. Will was there, as most of you probably know. So Lincoln, they're a good side, and they absolutely battered us in their last game against us, didn't they? So hopefully they don't do the same thing on Saturday afternoon. The referee, I didn't even write his name down. It's Anthony Greenhouse, I think. He's refereed 17 games this season, given 58 yellows and 2 reds. The last time he refereed Lincoln, it was a 0-0 draw against Fleetwood for them this season in October. The last time he refereed the Cobblers, you've got to go back to April 2019. It was a 2-2 draw against Yeovil, if you remember, was in League 2. It relegated Yeovil down to the National League, where they still are today. So can't really read too much into the referee, so I don't really know what point I was trying to make there. But Lincoln, they're clearly a good side. They've got some good players, and I'm going to tell you all about them in the Danger Men. Alright, so our Lincoln fan Jake goes into more detail on the Danger Men, but the 4 he picked out were Anthony Scully, Brendan Johnson, who scored twice against the Cobblers last time they played us, George Grant, Lewis Monsma, and the one I've picked out is Callum Morton, who, if you remember, he was injured for the last game against the Cobblers. Obviously, he was the Cobblers' hero last season, getting us to Wembley, scoring a goal as well at Wembley. Made the difference when he came in this time last year. Callum Morton, Jake says he's back on the training pitch, so he could be on the bench on Saturday and may even come on or start. I doubt he'll start, very unlikely, because Lincoln are in such good form and so many of their players are in such good form. But he's another good option to come off the bench for them, isn't he? So Callum Morton. For the Cobblers, Joseph Mills being back is going to be a big bonus in the league. Sam Hoskins can cause a threat. Benny Ashley-Seal, Danny Rose, Ryan Edmondson, Mikael Miller. 4 strikers we've now got in the club. Harry Smith's gone out on loan. There's rumours that Nicky Adams is going to be going to Oldham this afternoon. So that could happen, or it may have already happened by the time you're watching this video. So I doubt Nicky Adams will be involved at all. But 4 options up front: Ashley Seal, Rose, Edmondson, Miller. I think the first combination we're going to see is Rose and Edmondson. Rose is that sort of pacey, nippy striker that can get in behind. Edmondson seems more like a target man who does have a bit of pace about him as well. Obviously, no Harry Smith. He's gone on loan to Motherwell, if you missed that one. So the Cobblers do have plenty of options up front. Whether or not they'll be dangerous or not, we'll find out on Saturday afternoon. Let's see what our opponents think about Saturday afternoon. Here's Lincoln City fan Jake Tong. He's from the Stacey West podcast, so make sure you go and check that out if you haven't already. So Jake, tell us all about Lincoln City, my friend.
Matt and Cobblers Vlogs. My name's Jake Tong. I am a Lincoln City fan. I am part of the Stacey West podcast, which is a Lincoln City podcast. Matthew's very kindly asked me to come on the channel to give you a bit of insight on Lincoln. In our last 5 league games, we've played 5, won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. Obviously beaten Northampton 4-0 in the process, which I won't dwell on too much. We've also beaten Wimbledon and Burton as well over the festive period. Our last game in the league came against Peterborough, which was broadcast by Sky. 1-1 draw. Where Posh took the lead and we sort of clawed it back and then missed the penalty to win the game. The last time we actually played a game of football was in the Papa John's Trophy. Will be 10 days before the game on Saturday, should it go ahead. We beat Accrington Stanley by 4-0. Competition which we firmly believe we can go on and win. So we're playing quite well. We're playing good football at the minute. Obviously, Northampton fans would have seen when we came down to Sixfields and turned you guys over 4-0. Some of the key men that played that day, I could go on forever and list all the Lincoln players, but I've picked out 4. Anthony Scully, who scored that day. He's a striker, winger, come from West Ham, scored the first goal in that 4-0 win. He seems to be hitting a bit of form, as well as Brennan Johnson. He scored twice against Northampton, a bit of a theme here at Sixfields. He's doing really well on his season long loan from Forest. Also, then you've got George Grant, one of the better players in the division in terms of midfield. His creativity, his productivity is second to none. And then you've got Lewis Montsma, a centre back who was drafted in from the second division in Holland, who's scored 8 goals in 20 games as a defender, which is unheard of almost. But if I had to give a score prediction, I'm going to go for a comfortable home win. 3-0 to Lincoln. Thank you very much for having me on the channel, and check us out at the Stacey West podcast on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you very much.
Alright, so that's Jake's view on Saturday's game. Seems to be like he's pretty confident, considering how bad the Cobblers were last time we played Lincoln just before Christmas, which wasn't too long ago. Hopefully the new additions can get a result for us on Saturday afternoon. I can't see it happening. I think it's going to be not as comfortable for Lincoln, but still comfortable. I don't think it's going to be 4-0. I think I'm going to go for a 2-0 Lincoln win. I can't see the Cobblers winning this one. If we do snatch a draw, fair play to us, or even a win. But I can't see the Cobblers winning this one. It might not even go ahead. I mean, I'm sat here in my chair. I've got bright blue sky out the window. I've got the sun beaming down in my face and making me blind. So, it's perfect conditions at the minute. Why don't we just move the game to today and play today? But anyway, hopefully the weather doesn't get too bad over the weekend and this game can actually go ahead. Lincoln were playing at home on Tuesday night. That was called off, so hopefully that's kind of rescued their pitch a little bit instead of that being sort of ruined on Tuesday. So hopefully the game goes ahead. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Lincoln win. Please do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Leave your predictions and thoughts about the game in the comments below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We've also launched our channel membership / Patreon survey, so if you haven't filled that in, that will be in the description. We just want to get an idea of how we can give you the best value for money if you subscribe to the channel membership or Patreon. So yeah, leave the have a look at the survey in the description below. Make sure to check out our partners Fan Hub. The launch of the app is so close. As part of the sort of Fan Hub 100, one of the partners of Fan Hub, we've already been given the app, and I can tell you it looks absolutely fantastic. So if you sign up, and you'll get the app when it comes out for kind of public release, and it will look absolutely fantastic, and I can assure you it is a brilliant app. So yeah, Fan Hub, they're the ones to go and have a look at. There's a link to sign up early in the description. Please do hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye bye.